What's going on, everybody? I'm back again, right in front of here, like I should be, just putting in the work. And, as usual, working on things, editing stuff, recording, doing things, just staying active. On both sides, there's just so much happening out here. Some things that are amazing, right? And other things that are just kind of weird and awful and awkward. And I didn't know, I didn't have like any real direction when I first got up here. Just a few things I was thinking of, and I just said, man, just give it a shot and jump on here. So here I am. And on one side, one thing which is amazing is that like Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was electrifying. First of all, K Dot, that it was electrifying. First of all, was great. I loved all the orchestration that was in it. I wanted to make sure I got to this. I've tried to do a lot of things, and I'm not as fast as some other people are. Even people that do this stuff, all the podcasts and everything, they're great at this stuff. But just trying to keep current and keep up to speed. But yeah, that halftime show was electric. I did watch it, and it was amazing. I loved his performance. Was very strong. Um, the hidden symbols, like everybody's buzzing about all the Easter eggs that were in his performance. Like they said, classic K Dot fashion of doing things. And yeah, I saw a few of them, and I'm gonna have to go back in myself and dissect some of that stuff for myself too, because I'm sure there's like people. I saw somebody's post that said like there's like 36 Easter eggs in there. I was like, damn, you know what I mean? So I have to go check that shit out too. Um, but yeah, man, nevertheless, I mean, hats off. And also something about like the highest viewed Super Bowl halftime performance of all times, and in Black History Month too, which is awesome and amazing, and such a win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see that type of expression out there, Uncle Sam out there, that was wild too, man. Like so much that was just, I just couldn't believe it. It did have my jaw on the floor, like what? Like I couldn't believe it. It was like surreal, but it was great, man. So hats off to Kendrick and his camp. And man, much success to that. And I just hope that you guys, if there's some also, anything phenomenal that's been going on for you guys, I hope that's great. You know what I mean? I hope everything is electrifying your way. Also, I hope I get this video out today, but it's also a very special day because it's my daughter's birthday. So if she sees this, happy birthday, baby. Daddy loves you. And as I move forward, also on not to switch gears in that fashion, damn, this feels kind of weird because I was gonna switch gears and talk about something else that was kind of concerning, but now I feel like I should like stay away from that. That's kind of a weird feeling, but yeah, man, just want to make sure that the vibe stays positive and uplifting. That's what I'm all about, and bringing people together. And man, if you're here for the first time, I appreciate you checking this out. Definitely come along for the ride. I'm a music guy here in the Inland Empire, Southern California. Go by the stage name King A.D.S. or A.D.S. Aya the Shadow, or as some people like to say, Aim Down Sight, which I like that one too. So now I use that as well. But yeah, just here doing my thing. Check out everything I got going on, and also just moving on. I can't avoid this. It's like one of those things. It's like I got some good news and I got some bad news. Like that might be the name of this video. I got some good news and some bad news. But the thing that is on the other side, unfortunately, guys, is the other thing that concerned me was recently I've been seeing what seems, all this tension, like just like in the performance, how it showed the flag divided, and some people say that it stands for a nation divided, which is a topic you know, in the black community especially, but in all communities, like we all notice these kinds of things and like how, what's really going on out here. But seeing this divide that comes from certain actions that take place, like I hate to see us in the year 2025 moving backwards so much so quickly. It's like all of us, this whole planet got hit with a stupid stick overnight. It's really alarming, a really strange phenomena. But it's like as if like a dark entity, like a cloud or something, just plaguing us. and troubling us and causing us to be petty and not focusing on the things that matter and seeing how beautiful things are and see how much that we have to work with versus what we don't have. We're under so much pressures, and things are not ideal. Absolutely, and especially in my life, things have never really been completely ideal, but I keep on going, you know, and I always go forward with what I want my legacy to be, or in that sense, kind of like what I want to be remembered for, or like what my actions, you know, stuff like that, how I make an impact or leave a mark wherever I go. Everybody does, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that I move forward in that strength, you know, that kind of strength or focus. And yeah, so but to see the divide that's taking place right now is awful. It's coming from the heart. I feel like that's an awful thing that's taking place right now. And I think to get past some of these old, possibly old topics or old wounds or whatever that's getting rehashed or whatever, really think that what it's going to take is some really mature, intelligent minds to really get through these times. And I'm not just talking about like figures talking about it. I just mean us in general. I mean, we got to get back to the basics, you know? And it's weird how a couple years ago I was doing videos talking about how tricky things would get in these up and coming times and how divisive certain things can be out here, and existing is tricky as a human, and that how intelligent and how patient and how compassionate and how human an individual would have to be coming up through these times. So I just find it interesting that that's kind of like where we're headed, or that's where we're at, and that's where we're heading. You know what I mean? And it's so sort of uneasing a bit, but I also do choose to believe that we are better than that, and that we are something that's amazing and come from greatness and need to express that greatness, you know what I'm saying, together. It's always about being together. It's never been about being divided. I've heard ideologies that say, oh, they say race because it's a race, and I feel like that's such a divisive thing to put, you know, if we touch on that real quick, I feel that that's such a divisive plot to put in someone's head, you know, to think that all its life is competition against outside sources, when in truth it's really, you know, usually comes down to the more, you know, you do things better, the smoother things go. The clearer you see things, the smoother things go. Not saying that it'll be completely perfect, but it definitely helps miles and measures apart from the other method. You know, so yeah, definitely, in these times it's going to take such, you know, compassion and human qualities and things like that. And like I said, I didn't really have like this all thought out when I jumped up on here. I just wanted to express because what some of the things I saw in headlines, some exciting and some kind of concerning, and it kind of made my heart feel a little bit heavy. But yeah, man, everybody here is beautiful, and we all have our own challenges to overcome, as well as some of the same challenges as a whole, as there's only one, if you want to say race. Is, of course, I know you're going to say, oh, it's so corny, but it's true. It's the human race. The hue man is hued of many spectrums within the color, this light spectrum. We are the hued man. We are here. It's like right in front of your face, you know. So to pit people against each other in such a fashion, I just feel like it's such a, I don't know, potentially destructive way of posing things to people. You know, instead of building people, they, you know, they try to get things to a point where you're distracted and become possibly petty. Maybe it's something to that nature. But what do you think about that? Like, how do you feel about that? I mean, there's a lot of smart people out there. How do you feel about some of these things that you're seeing? And like I said, like if a person's gonna speak on those things, or you know, people want to get things going forward again, and into a good place, you know, where everybody can live good, we're gonna have to do this together, man. And so it's gonna take some very, you know, intelligent, objective, uh, creative, um, what's the word I'm looking for? I had it before. Mature, beautiful minds. You know what I mean? People that don't mind picking up some culture. People don't mind learning things and accepting things, and history also, man, because I've gone into quite a bit of certain history about our story, because I believe our story is one of the most interesting of all, and I've found a lot of interesting things in the history. So I would say there's a lot of, if you want to say, Easter eggs and different stuff, there's stuff in there too, man. And you really have to fine tooth comb it to get all the stuff, because there's interesting things. Like, you could have to read it for yourself. But then it comes to the point where, can you accept that truth, or are you just gonna cast it out and say, nah, I think that's made up? When in fact, there's a number of wild things that have happened in our story. And I'll leave it at that. When it comes to that, I'll let you see for yourself. But the more you dig, the more weird it gets. And as you can see right now, the history that's taking place, you can't see how funky that is. So of course, right, it seems to be our jam, right? That seems to be our jam. That's our thing. We're so weird. I swear to God, we're so weird. But anyway, but yeah, man, but everybody's beautiful to me. I love everybody. I really appreciate you, okay, on that level, a culture's contributions in our life and everything, appreciate it, right? Everything. I just I appreciate people, and I love everyone, man. I really appreciate you. If you're watching this video, if you like the video, if you comment on the video, if you subscribe, you know what I'm saying, check out the music, because that's what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And I'm a guy that's out here trying to, it's not just all about me. Like I've said in another video, there's many other things. It's not just like, oh, I want to put money into business and just make a lot of money and stuff like that. It's those things help me support other great things in my life: living quarters, food, like everyone else, my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not just me up here for ego's sake. I don't really jive like that. Sometimes I feel like that kind of hurts me when it comes to this world that we're in right now, because the way things work. That maybe if I was a bit more, emotional, or overreactive, or to my opinion, that's overreactive. Well, like stuff like that to bait people in, and maybe I do better. You know what I mean? But I just hope that I could be genuine and just connect with the people that I'm vibing with, or vibing with me. So that's why I'm here, being, doing what I do. That's it. So, all right, you guys, I really appreciate you and your time and your ears, and let me know what you think about everything. And man, much love. Till next one. Peace.